Good morning, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Haley Rivette.
And I am Guy Canineo. The second annual Pensacola Mud Run was earlier this month. Argo News reporter Jeremy Hosbine took part in this event organized by Pathways for Change.
Pathways for Change is an organization committed to changing lives.
The mission of Pathways for Change is changing lives, reducing crime, building futures. And we do that in a variety of ways. We see lives transform. 80% of our men do not return to jail or prison or relapse. We have 20 volunteer opportunities on our website. So if you go to pathwaysforchange.org and just go to volunteers, you can see there are so many different things that you can do. Our board wanted us to have a signature event, and we had a new board member, Tom Allen, who said, "How about a mud run?" I said, "Now that's cool."
The Pensacola Mud Run is the only fundraising event held for Pathways for Change.
Last year, the Mud Run helped us. We raised $20,000, which really allowed us to branch out with our children's program in Morris Court and with the Family Center. We had 1,400 runners last year, so turnout this year, we have 1,700 runners registered. We anticipate triple our net from last year, so we're expecting about $60,000.
This year's Mud Run featured a blood run in which certain obstacles were haunted.
The blood run was born last year when a couple came up after doing their run and they said, "It would be so cool if you did a scary run." They said, "We will make it happen." And they have worked on it for a year. There are drama clubs from universities and high schools and other volunteer groups. Next year, anyone that wants to volunteer and then run for free after the end of the races can go online, and you could just go on our website, download the volunteer application, and go ahead and sign up now.
Well, I just finished up the Pensacola Mud Run, and it was a blast. Thank you so much, Pathways for Change, for organizing this event. Look forward to seeing it next year. I'm Jeremy Hosbine reporting for Argo News.
The Mud Run looks like a lot of fun and something for a good cause. Were you aware that here on UWF's campus we have an enormous historical archive and database? Reporter Jeremy Shepard has more on the story.
The university archives house some of the oldest documents and objects from the Pensacola area.
Our department originally was called Special Collection for the library, and most libraries, the Special Collection Department is a department that gets materials that are kept together as collection. And what we'd had here at the library, we had a rare book collection, which is the Library of Rare Books, and we had a West Florida collection, which are materials that we collect about West Florida. And then we had a university history, university archive, we collected about the university. When the library started, university library started, we had a lot of donations of material from local citizens and people. The earliest item we have in the rare book collection and current published items is a leaf from the third book published by Gutenberg and his press in Maine, Germany in 1460. It's a book called the Catholicon, which was a Latin dictionary actually. And then we come forward, we have complete Bibles from 1554, 1589. We have tiny books, small books, we have large books. So sometimes format has a sense of where something goes into a rare book room or what. Autograph book, we have books autographed by Helen Keller, Albert Einstein, other kind of people like that. And we still get things like that. We still things come in that might have to go to the rare book room just because of the condition or something special about it. So our rare book collection becomes an ongoing, permanent archive, if you will, of published materials about West Florida. And then we supplement that by getting what we call unpublished material. We get family papers from families, we get business records, we get records from organizations, we get their files, their back files, their publications, that kind of thing. And so we have about 800 collections in that group. Altogether, the collection is about 1.8 million items.
If you want to learn more about our area and appreciate some of the abundant history that we've become a part of, check out the university archives in the UWF library. I'm Jeremy Shepard reporting for Argo News.
UWF has so much culture and variety to offer. Are you looking to join a club on campus? Maybe you're looking one for social interaction, car battles, and tournaments. Reporter Haley Rivette has more on the story.
Did you know that UWF offers fun and active ways to relieve the stresses of an everyday college life?
Pokemon teaches players a variety of things, mostly strategic thinking. There's a lot of different battle styles. You've got singles where you only have one Pokemon on the field at a time, doubles where you've got two, triples where you have three, and then you've got rotation. And it really teaches players to think not only outside the box, because we kind of shoehorn ourselves into how we want to use this one particular Pokemon, but it also teaches players to think of the team as a unit instead of just each individual Pokemon, because everything can be countered in some form or another. Legendary Pokemon may be legendary because they've got great stats, great abilities, and they're really useful, but you can take them down if you know what you're doing. That's really all that matters. Pikachu is an important part of Pokemon because he's become the face of Pokemon. He may not be the greatest in the game, but he's the most iconic. He's the one that everyone recognizes instantly. The club benefits UWF in small ways for now, but we're expanding and we're growing. Not only do we let the students release stress by playing the game, because it is a great stress relief, we help them form friendships through the game, because they'll meet up, they'll show up, and they'll hang out, they'll trade, and they'll battle, and then they realize, oh, well, what I did a minute ago didn't really work, but your strategy was pretty cool. Let me see if I can try that out. And then they learn something from it. And now that we're doing our events and we're being active, we'll start getting students from high school. We're actually planning a high school outreach to bring in seniors and say, UWF is pretty cool to hang out. You guys should come here as a college.
So make sure to check out UWF's Pokemon Club. I'm Haley Rivette reporting for Argo News.
One daycare closes and another opens. A local daycare staff team ensures quality and loving environment for kids. Tabata Theos is more on the story.
If you are looking for a clean, safe environment for your child to attend, the St. James Missionary Baptist Church Learning Daycare Center is the place for you.
St. James Early Learning Center, we are a Christian-based center. We strive on our employees that are well qualified and trained. Our staff has combined over 30 years of experience in child care, so we take all state-approved classes, plus classes, workshops, and classes that we attend to always help better their education, to help the children within our center to become school readiness. We have a security system at our front door, to whereas we have cameras to let us know who is entering the building. Once you ring the door, we have a doorbell that you have to ring the doorbell, and you cannot get in the facility unless someone from the staff lets you in this center. And that's just throughout the center. All our doors are always locked. We always know who is in this facility at all times. And you cannot enter this building without being let in by a staff member. If anybody would like to come in for a tour, myself, my assistant, my staff would be more than happy to tour you of our facility, and any questions that you need answering. We would be more than happy to answer any question that you may have.
The St. James Christian Daycare Center is here for the community. I'm Tabitha Fields reporting for Argo News.
Ever wish that you could learn to relieve your stress? Jennifer Lundquist reports on something that might be able to help.
Is school stressing you out? Then the No Worries You've Got This workshop might be for you.
The No Worries You've Got This workshop series is an outreach program that we're offering through Counseling and Psychological Services. It started at the beginning of this month in October, and it runs every Wednesday at 10 a.m. until the end of this month. And the workshop series really focuses on helping students manage stress, worry, and anxiety. We formed this workshop because we wanted to be preventative and helping students address stressors before it gets out of hand, and so that we can help students deal with a variety of different stressors they face and help them learn effective coping skills.
The workshop aims to show everyone how important mental health really is.
We really want to be preventative. I mean, obviously, if a person is struggling with a mental health issue and they need counseling, we're here for that as well. But we want to be preventative and helping people have good self-care. But it could be anything from sleep hygiene to managing worry to learning relaxation techniques. And if a person is able to engage in that good self-care, then they're less likely to have problems with mental health. So we do plan to offer the same workshop series in the spring semester. And right now it is full, but we'll, based on how this goes, we might offer it even more than once in a semester.
For more information on the workshop, email Dr. April Glenn at the UWF Counseling Services. I'm Jennifer Lundquist reporting for Argo News.
That's definitely a good stress outlet that everyone can benefit from. Are you feeling sluggish, getting tired faster than your peers? Well, maybe it's time to hit the workouts with style. Argo News reporter Gabrielle Santamore has more on the story.
Want to get fit, but you don't like the gym? Zumba is a fun class that will get you in shape fast.
Group fitness is an opportunity for people to work out in a group setting, and it's nice because it really kind of holds people accountable and makes them more motivated to come, because often people find comfort in companionship when they're working out, and they get more excited, enthusiastic, and look forward to going to a group class every week versus coming to the gym and working out solo. Here at UWF we have a lot of classes ranging from insanity to yoga to jiu-jitsu and other forms of martial arts and self-defense. We also have a variety of dance classes such as Zumba and Rock It Out. We also have some hip-hop classes, Pyo, and also Turbo Kick. So really there's kind of something for everyone here. Zumba is a group fitness class that is based around Latin and international rhythms. Typically, it's 30% modern day American songs that you would hear on the radio or elsewhere, and then about 70% of the beats are either Latin or international rhythms such as Lindy Hop or swing or pretty much anything else that you can think of. Zumba, first and foremost, is a really awesome cardio workout. It can be as intense as you want it to be. You can kind of customize it to all levels of fitness, but more than just cardio, you can also get a really good ab workout, and some Zumba classes also incorporate toning with low weights, so you can get more of a full body workout and work those muscles as well. Zumba accomplishes tricking people into working out while they're really just having fun. It makes them happier to come to the gym every day and gives them something to look forward to. Also, it can be a really nice break from the stressors of day-to-day life. You know, sometimes when you're really stressed out and you just don't want to go to the gym, if you push past it, come to a fun class like Zumba, it really just makes your day completely better. Any students or staff at UWF are always welcome to come to my class or any other group fitness class that we offer. It's completely free. Additionally, people who purchase a membership or come in with other students or staff can pay $5 to come into the gym, and they can also attend any group fitness class, including Zumba, with their admission.
Working out may be hard and tedious, but with a class like Zumba, you'll come out feeling like you're on top of the world. I'm Gabrielle Santamore, reporting for Argo News.
Thanks, Gabrielle. There's nothing like an effective workout. Being a state representative sounds like a big responsibility, but just how big of a responsibility is it? Argo News reporter James Elliott has the details.
So what exactly is it like to represent the state of Florida?
So a typical day at the Capitol during the legislative session usually starts, the first official meeting might be at 8 or 8:30, and so obviously you want to maximize your time, and so if you can squeeze in a breakfast meeting, with an interest group or a lobbyist or someone from home, a constituent that's over to visit, that's a good time to do that at breakfast time. Then you go to your first committee meeting, and they're typically an hour and a half to 2.5 hours long, and so that's a place where you're stationary, focused on one bit of subject matter. And then after that, you may have one more committee meeting before lunch. You may squeeze in a lunch meeting if you can. If not, just try to have something to sort of tide you over until dinner. But then in the afternoon is when typically in the middle part of the session, we would have the actual time when we're on the floor taking votes and debating bills, actually on the floor of the House. And so that would last most of the afternoon. If it's a particularly busy time, it would go into the evening. And then if it's a night where we're going to be doing a lot of business, they would bring dinner in. We would have dinner but between votes you could go and squeeze in something to eat and come back and continue to debate bills and that sort of thing. If not, then you would go and maybe do some meetings in the evening depending on what bills you're working on. to try to prepare yourself for bills that you might have to present later, or to get informed on bills that we're going to vote on. So they're pretty packed days as far as, almost every minute of your time is accounted for.
Representative Ingram sure did put that well. If you are that type of person that has a hard work ethic and determination, then maybe being a state representative is the job for you. I'm James Elliott reporting for Argo News.
Being a state representative is surely a position that requires some dedication. Do you love intense workouts and you're looking for some competition? This next story by reporter Janessa Onyebuke is for you.
So you've always wondered what it was like to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee?
Well, a boxing workout consists of several things. Here in my gym, our workout starts with a mile-and-a-half run to loosen up. We come back, we do an exercise, we do a series of exercises, we call it exercise it in. Then we start our training routine, which consists of shadow boxing, mitts, heavy bags, jump ropes. And then we, after jump rope, if that's the end of the day, we'll exercise out. Well, myself, I start at age of 7, and the reason I do that is because in amateur boxing, you could fight at the age of 8. So I take them in at the age of 7, give them opportunity to get a year experience, and have the ability to, grow a little bit faster. So I bring them in at the age of 7. The oldest person I've had in my gym was 83. Today I have a young lady, she's 52, who's still fighting. She fought in the Women's Golden Gloves. So I take them from 7 to infinity. Some of the pointers I give a person who may be interested in boxing or competing in boxing is, number one, is that you got to desire it. You cannot just think you want to do it, and you got to feel it. If you don't have it in your heart, and then you're not going to have it in the ring. Boxing is its own brand of people, and there's very few, and they're few and far. A boxing workout is a total workout versus weightlifting. You're just working muscles for bulkiness. A boxing workout is a weight loss workout because our goal is to lose weight in order to fight competition-wise. My hours here at my gym is from 5 to 8. Or from 5 until, depends on what time you get here. If you walk in the door 1 minute after 8 and I'm here, you're gonna train. Boxing is one of those sports that it's not everybody's sport, but I give you the best advice in the world is to, try it before you, try it out and then proceed on.
Now you have a taste of what it's like to train like a boxer. It's your turn to get in the ring now. I'm Janessa Onyebuke reporting for Argo News.
That is an exciting way to switch up your workout routine. The month of October is Down Syndrome Awareness Month, which means people are out spreading the word about these extraordinary people. Kelly McMillan has more on the story.
The Emerald Coast Alliance for Down Syndrome offers all those interested a chance to get involved and spread the word about the acceptance of those with Down syndrome.
I think the biggest goal moves beyond awareness. Everybody says awareness, and I've seen a lot of campaigns this particular month, this year, I'm talking about moving from awareness to acceptance, and I think that really sums it up. I think most Americans and most of the people around the world are aware of Down syndrome, and they could probably point out a person that walked down the street that had Down syndrome. I think it's moving beyond that to acceptance, and that's what we're looking for, is that the recognition and the acceptance of the fact that they're different. They have physical characteristics that are different, and they may have some additional challenges in their life, but they are still the same as you and I. They feel the same, they cry the same, they love the same. All over the country, this is the most common month that people do buddy walks. Everybody's familiar with organizations like the American Cancer Society, how they do the Relay for Life. And the buddy walk is actually a walk where families with a loved one with Down syndrome get together and they walk. And so the closest buddy walk that we have here is going to be October the 25th in Defuniak at the Week Harris Park by Walton High School. It's put on by the Walton High School Anchor Club, and the theme is Anchored Down with Love. We actually have a Facebook page. It's not called Emerald Coast Alliance for Down Syndrome. It's under Love Doesn't Count Chromosomes. So we post all of our events, all of our fundraising events are on there. They can get involved. They can absolutely give me a call, contact me again through that Facebook page, or my email is stephanieshea@yahoo.com.
If you're interested in getting involved in Down syndrome awareness, visit the Emerald Coast Alliance for Down Syndrome Facebook page. I'm Callie McMillan reporting for Argo News.
What a wonderful way to spread awareness. Thank you, Callie. UWF recently hosted the annual Packet Pink Volleyball game to support breast cancer. Guy Canineo has more on the story.
How do you feel about supporting a good cause?
We started this event 8 years ago, and I think the initial start of the event came because a lot of the volleyball programs around the country were starting to host the Packet Pink or Dig Pink matches. I think obviously one of the major reasons we chose to host it was because I was going through my battle with breast cancer, and it was a unique way to get the community involved and our team involved. So that's kind of how the match originated. Each year we tried to do more than we did in years past, which now 8 years in has become quite the task to be able to top what we did last year. So, you know, basically the main events of the day, obviously we have the match, we do pink jerseys that the girls will wear, and we auction those off in a silent auction that runs all the way this year until Monday. We do a reception for cancer survivors prior to the match, and that's a really unique event. So right before the match, we announce all of the cancer survivors in front of the crowd so they can get recognized. It's really we do it like no other university does it, and I know that I'm part of that I just feel very strongly that I want to make sure this is an awesome event and that we really take care of those people in the gym that have battled this disease. The university has been awesome. I mean, all the way up to Dr. Bentz. She's typically at all of our matches giving out flowers to the cancer survivors. Dave Scott has been a great advocate for this particular event. Entire athletics department, they purchased shirts for us to give out at the event. This year they had about half of the things that we have on the silent auction were donated from the athletics department, going out and soliciting local businesses. So we get great support from the university for this event. The community's been great. You know, when I went through my battle back in 2006, people just came out of the woodwork to help me. It was pretty spectacular. So now to see them continue to come back year in and year out, this is clearly our signature event. Last year we had, I think it was 908 people that came to the game, which broke our record of 900. I don't know how many we'll get this year, but we'll see if we can top that as well. But the community's been awesome. The message I'd send to people that are battling breast cancer right now or any type of cancer is, you know, keep fighting the good fight. It's a daily battle. I remember like it was yesterday. It's emotional, it's physical, it's, you know, there were days where you just feel like you just can't do it, but you can. And I think for me, the power of my faith was a big part of how I got through, and that's just what I would do. I would encourage them to continue to fight the good fight and know that, you know, they can get through it.
Breast cancer is indeed a very serious cause and should be treated accordingly. The more money we raise, the more lives we can save. I am Guy Canineo, reporting for Argo News.
UWF offers a wide range of classes. They even offer martial arts classes. Reporter Zachary Hess has a chance to meet with a Shotokan karate instructor.
Shotokan karate is a martial arts form that's been practiced for hundreds of years, and UWF offers a chance to explore this on multiple levels.
Shotokan karate is a traditional style of Japanese karate. It's a very linear style. It's made up of 3 components: kata, kumite, and kihon, which are moves against an imaginary opponent, and fighting or sparring, and then also basic drill movements. Shotokan karate is a hard style as opposed to a soft style. It's very, again, linear, but it's also very, very rooted, so it's all about stances. It's about a one punch is all it takes. We don't use weapons. We don't use any kind of gear, helmets, or anything. We have these little gloves that are sort of like socks almost, have a little bit of padding. That's what we use, and that's the only thing that we use. So it's about using your body as a weapon, and it's, again, a very rooted style. There are a lot of benefits. The flexibility, the endurance, we do lots of stretching. People tend to obviously burn calories. It keeps you moving, it keeps you flexible. In combining the kihon, the kumite, and the kata, you're working your body all the time, and it's a lot of kind of sprint work. It may be that we do some drills up and down the floor, and so your heart rate gets up and then it has time for it to come back down. Kata, maybe it picks it back up and then it's back down. So it's an overall conditioning. A lot of the stretching that we do involves yoga. So you're getting the benefits of the stretching of yoga, the flexibility, and then the power. As you learn to generate power, you learn to generate from the hips and through the muscles, so that a punch starts at the back heel and travels through the body and comes out of the knuckles at this 1-inch point. So it's very much about focusing. It's about focusing mentally and concentrating mentally. So it's a discipline, and you discipline your body and you discipline your mind, and then you take that out into other aspects of your life. It's great. One other thing I'd like to say is that the classes are on Tuesday and Thursday from 6 until 7:15, and then club time is Tuesday and Thursday from 7:15 until about 8:30, and also Saturday mornings at 10. It's a 1 credit hour course, so love to have students come and sign up, and or if you can't sign up for the credit course, come and join us for club time, again Tuesdays and Thursdays and or Saturdays.
So if you're looking for a good workout while learning how to kick butt, Shotokan Karate might be the answer. I'm Zachary Hess, reporting for Argo News.
Playing a sport does not always mean that being physically fit is all you need. Heart, passion, and support are also important attributes to have when playing on UWF sports team. Reporter Barry Pietrasova has more on the story.
Being on the UWF volleyball team means so much more than just playing a sport. The team members are taught not only how to be great athletes, but also how to be responsible citizens in our community.
We practice 4 to 5 days a week. It depends whenever we travel. If we travel on Thursday, we try to practice either Thursday early morning or actually when we get to the place that we're going to play. But for sure, we practice 4 times a week, and then the girls also lift twice a week. We try to do at least 1 community service per semester. I know we're in the fall, but we still try to get out and help the community. We've been to Ronald McDonald House, Loaves and Fishes, and it's a rude awakening to the girls. They think sometimes they had a bad day, and then we take them to Loaves and Fishes, and they actually help serve a meal to somebody that maybe wasn't gonna have a meal that day. I think it's the least we can do. We tell the team we're actually fighting for something much bigger than just a volleyball match, and the team, they completely embrace the match. And we play today. We don't play for just to win a match. We play for everybody that's in the stands, for everybody that unfortunately couldn't win the battle against cancer. I had, a lot of personal, like in my family, I had quite a few people that had cancer. So it's way bigger than just a volleyball match, and it means a lot.
Besides their skill and strength, the girls of UWF volleyball team show off their support to the community every single day. To show your support, go to goargos.com and check out their list of upcoming games. I'm Betty Pietrasova, reporting for Argo News.
The Pensacola Interstate Fair celebrated its 80th anniversary this year, but many people don't know what makes a fair a fair. William Tennis has an education report on the subject.
We all love the fair, but what makes the fair different from a carnival?
The fair really is the exhibits that you see in all the buildings. I mean, that's what goes back in history, where everyone would come to the fair and would show the latest things they've grown, or showcase their talents, whatever it might be, in sewing or raising the biggest pumpkin or whatever it might be. The midway is the carnival that comes in, and that's where you have the rides and the concessionaires and all selling the different food. But like I said, the fair itself, when you think of the fair, it's a total enjoyment thing. But there are so many educational exhibits if that people would take the time to go through these buildings that we have. And it's, I don't think you'll find any other fair, I don't care whether it's larger, that has the variety of exhibits that we've got. And we have thousands of volunteers that people that put in exhibits. And it's another thing that a lot of local people don't know, that we give out over $150,000 in cash.
So the fair is a great place to come out and showcase your talents. I'm William Tennis, reporting for Argo News.
BioBlitz has made it to the UWF campus. Argo News reporter Jack Butharazi has more on the story. With business, and those looking for a great place to eat may have found exactly what they're looking for. Mark Atkins has more on the story.
If you're looking for an exceptional spot to indulge in fine dining, downtown restaurant owner Paul Bruno has just the right spot.
Well, I've been in the hotel and restaurant business the last 35 years. Recently here in Pensacola, we saw what was going on downtown and we were very excited about it. So my partner and I, David Hambrick, we opened up Jocko's Bayfront Bar and Grill about 4 years ago. Been very happy with that. We saw the success of Bayfront Bar and Grill, Jocko's, and we wanted to do another project. Downtown continues to be vibrant, and we like what's going on with the city and our neighbors, so we've always wanted to open an Italian restaurant. Had the opportunity to get the space at 29 Palafox Place, and we opened up V. Paul's Italian Restaurant. Our family name comes from my great-grandfather in Palermo in Sicily, and it was Bruno Monte. Somewhere along the road we shortened it to Bruno, and we actually named the restaurant after my father, Dr. V, the V is for Vincent, V. Paul Bruno. So V. Paul's is not me, I'm Paul Jr. It's named after my dad, Dr. V. Paul Bruno. Great cook, by the way, and he loved Italian food, so we built the restaurant and named it for my father. We have a great banquet room. We can seat about 140 sit down for banquets. It's attached to the restaurant. We also do live cooking schools. We do wedding receptions. We do healthy cooking for children. We have programs for kids to teach them how to eat healthy and also how to cook. We have celebrity chefs. We have a tremendous wine club called Vino Magnifico, and just a lot of community, really, bringing things downtown like they used to be, maybe in the 40s and the 50s and early 60s. We see that happening again, and we also are providing about 42 jobs full-time in downtown Pensacola, which we think helps a lot. It's primarily Italian, and we have some family recipes we like very much. Really, it depends on what mood you're in. A couple of favorites I had is octopus. We do that in an Italian style, and we also do a great osso buco, which is veal shanks, and those are two that I really enjoy.
It looks like downtown Pensacola has included another great addition to Palafox. I'm Mark Akins, reporting for Argo News.
That sounds like an enjoyable place to eat. Haley, we should try it out.
Absolutely. I'm always down for some delicious food.
Thank you all so much for joining us today on Argo News.
Have a pleasant day.